what it is. Every revolution or every political movement or any kind of change, and having someone, okay, CIA, which is fucking for you to call me CIA when you know I'm not.
Everything was politicized. It was, oh, this is when we became the left versus the right. But both sides are trash. In COVID,
his own thing. So it seems to be that money's the issue, that like we're using money and that's how politics is being pushed. Because now we've seen what someone does when they use their own money and it doesn't seem to be a solution. So I feel like we take money out of politics, we'll have a much better political system.
Politician, you think they're gonna come out and tell me the truth? They was lying to my mama. They ain't gonna never tell us.
So everybody, we look at certain things just because, oh, this happens in the hood or we see this every day. All the way up. These people were speaking truth. King, we could talk X, we could talk it all. They were speaking truth.
What's going on in anyone's mind, but let's take it as a given that Gray's argument is true, that the argument to not have ID is that it would be discriminatory versus certain socioeconomic brackets or something. It's like
the world's greatest trial run of what people will do and what people won't do. And we are the only country on the planet that really fought against the government. A lot of it,
because you focus on 80-20 issues. I'm looking at the Epstein issue as we have 80% of the information we need to prosecute these people that actually did anything, but you're focusing on the 20% trying to take down Donald Trump, which you're never going to get. So I'm going to keep sitting here with a smug-ass face on every single day.
I'll explain. Good question. I'll give you the answer. The Republican Party constantly talks about transgenders and transgender surgery to minors.
I'm mostly on the left ideologically, but I don't associate with the Democrats because they're not ideologically on the left. The Democrats are clowns, and they're also losers.
About to be any engaging conversation. It's not about to be any discourse about different political ideologies, what works and what doesn't. If that is the outcome, right? For example, I'm not going to go and just put myself in the middle of a KKK rally.
Verify me. I'm not a fucking fed. They always do this. I'll say this, right? But they did the same thing to Nick. We seen the video. They'll call people who are genuine and authentic feds. Because
the interesting thing to me is that the ones that claim that they believe the Constitution are now trampling the Constitution. The ones that said they believed in the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, right, are now going against the freedom of
leadership perspective.
Y'all have no plan. They'll never talk about nothing positive about the Democrat Party. Everything is just anti-Trump. They're not willing to have a conversation. They call us fascists. We willing to have a conversation. Charlie Kirk's willing to have a conversation.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work.
Even the 250 is a lot of money when you think. I mean, you know, too. Nikki, do you hear that money? That's big even compared to rapping. All the money she makes, she's hearing a number like that. She'll say, how many songs do I have to make to catch that? But amazing, amazing thing, $6,250,000,000.
When I was keeping my hood on.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Gray Mars.
Kim Billions, what's good?
I'm Skeptic.
I'm Doc.
85 Slim.
So tonight we'll be playing a game. So in the video where y'all see it, the cast, you can do it too, and people in the chat, put it if you think it's real or it's fake. So we start with Nicki Minaj. Is her being a MAGA supporter real? Ken, what do you think?
Oh yeah, that's very real. When you do a brand pivot like that, it has to be real. I want to say something too. Like when you live in a country, you might not know what it is, like how it works and it operates, because you live in the country. We look at America as a United States as a country, but it's actually an empire. It's United States empire. Our dollar has been the reserve currency for the world. Our military has been kicking ass for many years. We live in a superpower. If you have the opportunity to rub shoulders with people that pull the strings to a superpower, you do it. Can you do business with a person that's racist? You sure can, because it's about the bottom line. Can you do business with deplorable people? Yes, you can. Did I say invite them to your house for dinner? No, but a lot of times the virtue signal comes from people that was born in poverty. I was born in poverty. And our currency is high religious values. Our currency is integrity. We don't know about empire, right? So if you have the opportunity to play empire games, you do it. Are they using her? Sure. And you use them back. It's politics and it's ugly, right? But if you got the opportunity to be in the building, Michael Dell was in the building. Kevin O'Leary was in that building. Some of the most Nicki Minaj has never been around power like that. That's in that building right there.
Well, let me play this video to show you some of the people and how it looks.
Good to see you. Great. See, they forgot I was here now. They came in for Trump. Still love you, Mr. President. Where did that go fast?
Skeptic. Laura said you look pretty. And
It's dressed like the Penguin.
And Skeptic. What do you think? Real or fake? Is Nicki Minaj MAGA support real?
I think she is a supporter. And I think that certain people don't understand like the overall aspect of things. The sad thing to me is the influence that you're going to bring and the viewership that you're going to give this person, when in reality, he doesn't care about you or your community. She's like a child of an immigrant, if I understand correctly. And I think that it's really gross when I see immigrants or children of immigrants not understand that this man has literally spoken down and about your community. And here you are advocating and giving him your viewership and your platform for him to be known, especially with the younger people. They're very easily influenced. They're very malleable. And here you are giving him all of the views, because it's like, some people like to do things for it's so contradictory. They like to be the person that's like, I stand out from the rest. And a lot of hip hop artists like Kanye and others have now decided that that's what's cool. Like the new thing is to be like the contrarian. Even as foolish and as dumb as it may be, it makes you seem as if you're cool and you're thinking outside the box.
But Skeptic, real quick, let me ask you something. Nicki Minaj is from Queens. She just she's in the building with billionaires, right? Now, I'm not talking about are these good people, are these kind people. I'm talking about empire games, right? Donald Trump is saying her by name, right? Now, could they be using her? Of course. You get in and you use them as well, right? And if she has real enemies in the music business, this is about like playing the game, right? And it didn't matter who was in office. To be a president, you had to be a serial killer. So it doesn't matter who's there. We're talking about a superpower. You can get superpower friends in your phone. Some of the most powerful people in the world. I don't think she's thinking about fans. I don't think she's thinking about certain things. I think she's playing a larger scope game of empire games. So you don't think if you have the opportunity to play that game, you don't do it?
I wouldn't. I think thinking about it from a smart perspective, this administration is going to be one that's going to sink the Republican Party. I'm starting to see governors say I'm not going to run as a Republican because of what the Republican Party stands for. So not only is the Republican Party going to be, or not Republican Party, but the MAGA movement and Trump as a whole is going to be something that people are going to want to distance themselves from if you're smart and you're thinking ahead. This is not where you want to come in and get attention. If you are thinking of power games, you look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She, to me, is a very strategic person who's thinking about power and office in the future. Nicki Minaj is a fool. She's a clown. And she's coming out here because she thinks this is going to give her some clout or 15 more seconds of fame. Nobody talks about Nicki Minaj anymore. And now we're talking about her again because here she is, this spectacle.
Well, I got a surprise for you guys because there's other reasons people think she did this. The main reason, what they're saying, is that she wants a pardon for her husband. She wants her brother out of prison because of, whatever he did. But she got a gold card citizenship. She's an American citizen now.
Nicki Minaj has just gotten a gold card from Donald Trump. Do y'all know what this means? All them deportation petitions, kiss ass. For the people in the back, the Trump Gold Card is a recently launched late 2025 U.S. immigration program that offers a fast track to lawful permanent residency, a green card, for wealthy foreign individuals or corporations willing to make substantial financial contributions to the United States government, bypassing traditional visa requirements. An individual pays $1 million or a company pays $2 million for an employee, along with processing fees to get expedited visa processing, effectively creating a wealth-based pathway to the United States residency. Where the haters at? Call her Gold Card Barbie. Mm-hmm.
Slim, you happy that she an American citizen now?
Man, at the end of the day, she always been an American citizen to me. Nikki from New York. All this shit is coming out because of straight TDS. That's basically what it is. I'm always going to call that shit out. Only reason they do this is because they hate Donald Trump. There's no reason to hate on Nikki. Everybody that's hating on her was dancing to her music. When they found out she support Trump, now it's a problem. Nikki always been on the conservative side. Always. It's them dumbass liberals that don't understand when people start waking up to their bullshit. It's okay. It's going to be fine. We start to wake up. That's all it is. So once we start getting away from the logic, this is what we have. The name calling. This is what we believe. She's doing it. At the end of the day, she supports the truth. Get over it. It is what it is. Anybody that basically sides with this man is going to be crucified. Period. Done.
So, Doc, you was talking about the Trump accounts in the group chat. She donated to the Trump accounts. I'm assuming that's how she got the membership. Is this a good thing for America?
I actually didn't do enough research to see if this is a good thing for America or not. I hadn't had enough time today. I was kind of busy. But I also don't think Nicki Minaj supports the MAGA movement. I haven't seen anything that Nicki Minaj is supporting run in line with the things that Trump is running on. She's a Christian, and that's kind of mostly her point she's hammering home. Trump has never come off as a Christian to me. Trump has never come off as this holy person that's looking out for the Christians of the world. Nobody thinks that about Trump. They think he's a savvy businessman. No one said no one's going to find that faith with Trump. And I argue when, Ken says if you got the chance to play Empire games, you do, and the power that's in that room. I ain't see Jesus in there. You know what I mean? And one of the verses that helped me find my faith was since they such Christians over there, was 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17 and 18. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory. You know what I mean? So like, I don't see like how people get in there and feel these supposed to be Christians. I don't see how people get it. Trump has never come off as a Christian. Only thing I've ever heard Nicki Minaj preach is that she want to save the Christians around the world. You know what I'm saying? She married to attempted rapist, and she want to save the Christians around the world. That doesn't seem like she support or that align. She just shows up because she needs something from them.
But Doc, all of them are going to showcase the empire religion to the masses. So the empire's religion is Christianity. That's not their religion, though, right? That's not no politician's. No, that's not no powerful person's position. That the religion is for the masses. That's not what they follow, though. So that's what they say on camera, but that's not what they go by. But I'm saying, though, if you got the opportunity to stand next to people that for a time period are in control of the greatest military in the world, the dollar still the reserve currency. This is a superpower. Again, I'm not talking about morality. I'm talking about politics, and I don't know who her enemies are, right? So sometimes we have to take our like community hat off and put our 48 laws of power hat on, and that's what that is.
Okay, so hold on, Doc. That's 3 real, 1 fake. So on that one, Nicki Minaj is real. Go ahead, Doc. What you was gonna say?
What was the religions of the Mayans? What was the religions of the Incans? At one point, these were the mass superpowers of that world that existed at that time, and nobody knows the person who stood in the room with these people. We may know one great leader from those things. So what I'm saying is, I don't think she supports that movement. I don't think she'll be remembered for supporting that movement. I think at some point, her being in that room will be just a figment of her imagination, something that just wiped away with the sands of time, and all you're gonna have is what you hold on to and the principles that you believe in. So I believe that, I want to live a certain way, and if that's selling your soul to get in the room, I'm cool with that. That's what she want to do. You know what I'm saying? That just wouldn't be me.
All right, so we'll go on to the next one, and if you just got here, chat, put real or fake in the chat. So we're going to go to Ilhan Omar. They're saying that this was a stage attack.
Of the agency. ICE cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing. No, we will continue.
No. Ilhan, you need to go get checked. No.
We will continue. These fucking assholes are not going to get away with it.
You need to go get checked. No, I don't know what That's whatever it is smells so bad. She needs to go get checked. I don't know
that's
what that was.
That's what they want. Please don't let them.
It's not about him, Ilhan. Ilhan, it's not about him. It's about your safety. No, he sprayed something on you. You need to go get checked. Yeah, and it smells terrible.
We're gonna keep talking. Just give me 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes. I beg you. Please don't let them have the show. Please don't let them have the show. Please don't let them have the show. Here is the reality that people like this ugly man don't understand. We are Minnesota strong. and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw at us. Everybody settle down. I'm going to finish my remarks. It is important for me to continue to lead my Democratic colleagues in demanding her resignation.
Okay, Skeptic, you're a progressive, real or fake?
I'm gonna say real. I think it's very odd, I will say, but I will say just from the data, and I go with the numbers, people that are radical tend to be more right-leaning. If it was staged, let's just suppose, you'd also have to say some of the things that have happened to right-leaning politicians are a little questionable, but I tend not to dabble into conspiracy theories unless there's a lot of, facts behind it. I believe that someone could have been that crazy to do something dumb like that. And I think that it was his bodily fluids. From what I heard, people say that the smell of it and stuff, I mean, people were saying it smelled weird. It had a different smell to it. I think that he had done, like, he threw something at her that was his. So I think it is real. I don't know who would want something like that thrown on them. Wouldn't be me.
All right, so we're going to play it slow down.
To resign or face impeachment.
All right, Slim, did you see her eyes? I see you you muted. Do you see her eyes? People are saying her eyes gave him the signal. I'm going to play it one more time and then you respond. Play it one more time.
To resign or face impeachment.
Okay, so did you see the eye? Do you feel like that's credible?
That whole shit is fake, is staged. Yeah, at the end of the day, nobody moves like that during an attack. It doesn't happen like that. Dude wasn't resisting. She got back on the mic. No, bro. No. That's all facade. If you can't see that's staged, I don't know what else to tell you. Shorty is tripping. I'll be a fool to believe that shit was real. Look at how he back it up. Like, yeah. He just like he doing the dance right into the security guard's arm. Like he's just waiting to get tackled. It's amazing. Just play that shit back in slow motion, bro. Play it back.
So we got one fake, one real. We're going to play the camera on the suspect.
And round of applause for Congresswoman Omar's staff who's here. So hi everyone, I'm Hennepin.
Doc, fake or real?
Nah, I'm going fake again. He didn't look upset enough for me when he did it. If he was really trying to cause her some sort of harm. I mean, but I think it was a eye opener for her. It might have, because somebody getting up at one of these speeches, if you having a message she have and saying the stuff that she's saying, next time they get up and spray you with the shit they hit Malcolm with. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be a little more careful. You know what I'm saying? So at these events, and I think that was an eye opener for her, but it just doesn't give me the real effect. Like I figure they want to be a little more over the top, but I disagree with skeptics saying that the radicals are more right leaning. It's even. They both radical on each side. The left radicals are just as wild as the right's radicals. They're all crazy.
All right, Ken, there's two fakes, one real. What do you think?
Based on the climate, people were saying that Charlie Kirk's microphone blew up, right? I mean, based on the political, I'm gonna go real. I'll go real because, okay, all of it's theater, period, right? So I'll say real good acting. All of it's theater, right? But and Slim, you said she got back on the mic. I mean, Donald Trump got back on the podium.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can tell that stage, bro. Just play that shit, man. Play that shit and look how Brody back. If it was an attack, she would be slapped. She would have had a chair thrown at her. He squirted her with water.
Trump got back on the mic, Ken, because that was fake too. That's why Trump got back on the mic.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I don't know. Okay, look, it's on TV, so everything's fake, right? It's on TV. right? Everything's fake. You know what I'm saying? But again, like we just seen a dude get hit in the neck like 5 months ago. You know what I mean? There is a trend. So based on the trend, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
happens with conservatives, bro. Never. That shit is
What-
staged.
wait. What doesn't happen with conservatives?
Any of this crazy shit. It never happens like that.
You mean like not like storming the Capitol, right?
That's fake too. I could break that down. That's
Come on, Slim.
It was done by the liberals.
Slim, come on, bro.
It was done by the liberals. Come on, man. Y'all act like y'all don't know what it is, man. Y'all can't do this dumbfounded mentally.
Slim, don't do that, bro.
We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Man, y'all gotta do some fucking research. This shit is crazy. Y'all still think January 6th was done by the Republicans?
Hold on, Slim. Hold on. So now it's 2-2. So for me, y'all gotta stay for me to do the tiebreaker for the what we were just talking about for the Ilhan Omar tag. So we gotta go to the next one. So is this one fake? This is, and y'all brought up Charlie Kirk, and this is Candace Owens. She dropped some information. I'll let y'all be the judge.
Have so much to do, which is exciting. Charlie in heaven is like, you guys thought you had a busy schedule, then just you wait. And he's doing some awesome things with Jesus in heaven right now, but there's so much work to be done. I mean, since his assassination, we have 100,000 chapter requests. We have 300,000 new donors. That is a blessing in itself. Again, not normal. All God. I think we have 50,000 plus hat orders to fulfill. I mean, I'm saying these numbers because it puts into perspective that we're not just sitting and thinking and looking at the wall being like, what do we do? Like that, there is so much to do. You have over 20,000 AmFest registrations.
There's a lot happening there, and none of it is what I would be expecting to happen there. So basically what the employees said to me was that they got onto this call and everyone's exhausted, everyone's been working, they pull off this massive memorial, and then there's kind of this approach where it's like, well, if you guys need paid time off, like Charlie's in heaven dancing, wanting you to work harder, he's just up there like, you better work, but you can use the paid time off that you have earned, by the way, if you need to grieve more. But imagine you're the employee, you're like, okay, well, this is his wife saying this, so am I weird? Would I be like, I would be pretty weird if I needed to take time off and his wife is saying she's full steam ahead. That's the mentality that they had. Like, how are we supposed, like, are we weird for wanting to grieve? Is that not the vibe? How can we take paid time off when Erika's wife is saying full steam ahead? It's very strange. It is even kind of using this idea of Charlie being in heaven, looking down, and the laughter. I don't know. I feel like the rest of you. I feel uncomfortable.
Doc, you was just preaching. So real or fake is Erika Kirk. Did she really say that? And did she really put that Candace is that a real recording?
She might have really said that. And I don't see the problem with it. Like, I actually see Candace come off weird to me, trying to control the way someone grieves, trying to determine if she's grieving properly. Candace ain't never seen her husband shot on video in front of hundreds of people and had to go and live in the spotlight with a camera pointed at her. Candace is talking from a perspective that she could never understand. She could never imagine. She don't know what Erika Kirk going through. She can't determine how to grieve. And, you know, if working and kind of putting her head into the job or wanting to look out for his legacy, or if that was how she got through it, if that's how she determined she wanted to do it, you don't know how some people grieve. Everybody is different. Everybody walks a different journey. When they lose people, everybody handles a difference. But I can't. That's kind of like trash content to put out, to be in front of a camera and say, "Hey, you don't agree with the way a widow is grieving her husband. That ain't none of your fucking business. She ain't gotta agree with you. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't like that. But I could be a real recording. I don't know.
So here's the video of it that just dropped. So I don't know if it's real or fake, but y'all let me know.
Yeah. Oh, look at all the thumbs up. Look how cute that is. Sorry, this is a little bit more informal than probably Charlie would be reacting. How sweet. I didn't know they could do that. I hate Zoom. I never liked Zoom. Sorry, you guys. I just wanted to say first and foremost, my heart.
So the baby was just saying because she laughed on camera. Slim, you were a Charlie Kirk fan. Do you feel like Erika Kirk acted correctly with everything that happened?
It's crazy with that situation. I mean, do I think the recording is real? Yeah. But I am starting to look at Candace. You know, that's my girl. I love Candace a lot. But I'm like, the way she's still going in on this is really, you know, is throwing me the wrong way, because I'm starting to feel like she mad that she's not going to get a part of something that Charlie may have, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? Or whatever they've built together, she's feeling some type of way because she was that other girl in the lifestyle type stuff. You know what I mean? So this is all alleged, but based on that video, that's basically the vibes that I'm getting. Do I think the recording was real? Absolutely, but I'm surprised to see Candace still on this shit heavy. Serious.
And they say she laughed. That's the big deal, that she laughed. Who gets on a Zoom call and cries? Like, do they want her to get on there and cry? Like, I just don't get it.
Well, there's rumors going around with Candace. So supposedly she was a video vixen, but y'all tell me if this is her in the video. Skeptic. So is Erika Kirk grieving correctly, and was that Candace Owens in the video?
I don't know. That was Candace Owens in the video. And that's crazy if that was Candace Owens in the video. That would be wild. I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody. But I will say, me personally, like, I don't know how long. I think they've been married for around the same time. I personally couldn't move forward that way. If my partner, if my husband, if he died right now, I'm not gonna function. Some people can do that. I think especially if there's a corporation involved, normally the person or the CEO like takes over and kind of handles everything. I'm skeptical of the reaction. Like, from my perspective, I think that Candace Owens reacted more like a close friend or like someone who cared. I know men that were big Charlie Kirk fans that had more of an emotional reaction than I ever saw with Erika Kirk. And I will tell you, the moment I saw the video of her hand over his hand in the casket, I was disgusted by that, because I know certain people who've had tragic things happen and they post about it. And to me, I'm a very private person when it comes to that type of thing. I don't even share certain things, like difficult things in my family. I won't even speak about it. Even at work, I won't say anything. Like, my father had surgery and like nobody knew about it. I just don't tend to out stuff like that. So I think I'm skeptical of it. I think maybe some people like to put things out in the public side, but when you do that, like she did, you're giving people the ability to then kind of butt into your business. So what Candace Owens is doing is taking information that has now been made public. The situation was made public. They had a reenactment or a recreation of where he was shot at. I mean, I'm just saying, it is very wild to me that somebody would approve something like that. I would be disgusted if that was me. So then you give people the ability to come into and make a conversation about your personal business. When you open that door, you allow for people to come in and have a say-so of your business.
So Nora said I didn't play the whole thing. I did, so I'm gonna play a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna skip through it. I'll let Ken.
Broken for you guys as much as it is.
It might be in quiet moments of the night, but he's here and he's more alive than ever, and he is he's gonna guide us.
So Ken, does it make a difference that she cried?
Is it real or fake? What do you think?
I mean, there's some conditions where when a person is going through a traumatic experience, they laugh, right? Not everybody has the same reaction. If you go back and look at Betty Shabazz after Malcolm X's assassination, stone cold, right? She's not doing all that carrying on. You know what I mean? Some people wait behind the scenes. I don't like that there's a performance that everybody expects when something happens. You look at somebody's response and you project on how you would react. Everybody's thing ain't the same. Some people's thing is different. When my mom died, I grieved for 7 years. That shit didn't hit me till 7 years later. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's thing is different. And also, when you watch somebody die, you're kind of stuck in that moment, yo. You know what I mean? If you ain't really never seen death happen, if you've never seen someone die right in your face, I'm talking about from going from living to non-living. If you've never seen that, you don't know how you'll respond. I've seen that. That does something to you. You don't even know what happened to you. So I don't like that people expect a performance.
For sure. So let's get back to the video because I think y'all the one that won was real on that, but I want to know what y'all think about the music video. So let's go. Who thinks it's real? Does everybody think it's real?
Hell no, she ain't got it. Candace Owens can't even nod her head to nothing hip hop, nothing urban. She ain't got no rhythm. She ain't got no bottom. None of that. She ain't shaking shit. None of that. That's not her. She ain't. That's not her thing.
Nah, that's Candace.
Well, we'll go to a blast from the past. No pun intended, because a lot of people thought this was fake.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Slim wasn't fake.
Nah, that was real, bro.
When is dude going to court, Slim? I ain't heard shit about this case.
Dude is dead. They blew his fucking head off the same day. That's what you hear. The people screaming. They seen the Brody get murdered. They seen.
No, he didn't. He came off he ran. Or is that Charlie Kirk? Or
that's Trump.
The Charlie Kirk situation.
Okay, got you.
That I don't know. But Brody got blown. He gone. Good night.
I don't see no stitches. I don't see no marking, do ear, nothing.
All right, I'm gonna play
Trump.
That joint for show fake. Yeah, that joint for show fake. That joint for show fake,
bro. Somebody passed away that day, man. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Is like is only like all those people that was there during that. Ain't nobody that was there come out and say it was fake.
You see how he casually touches his ear after he been shot? I don't know if anybody else been shot.
Bro, he got grazed.
But you don't casually rub your ear. I don't know if anybody else been grazed. But when I got grazed, it felt different, Slim. It wasn't no mistaking it.
Because it's Trump.
It wasn't no mistaking it.
That's
you can't even get shot right. God damn.
That's 2-1. I'm gonna play another angle and then we're gonna see what Skeptic says as her answer.
President's been shot. Oh no. Either that or they're covering. We don't know. Either that or they're covering him. We love you. We love President Trump. We love you. We love
Hell no.
President Trump. We love you. Yes. 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 We love you, President Trump. No. Oh, no shot.
People literally say,
Skeptic, real or fake?
I know y'all think y'all are that I'm gonna say that it's fake, but I'm gonna say the same thing I said last time. I'm skeptical about like when people question things. Like I tend to believe the straight like way, like what it is. I tend to take things for how they're presented. I have listened to a lot of things that people have broken down. I've seen the same way that they're kind of doing with Charlie Kirk and stuff, but I tend to kind of go with the main narrative that somebody did shoot him. And like, I will agree with Slim on this, which is weird, but someone did lose their life. And to me, that, kind of tends to show that I know certain things may happen and they may seem a little crazy, but sometimes life is like that. Sometimes you get lucky or things just happen by coincidences. So I do think that it's real, but I know a lot of people don't think it's real. A lot of people do have different, but you never know how you're going to react in a moment of emergency. If you've ever been in a situation where like it was like, your adrenaline is pumping, everyone reacts differently. People think that they're going to act a certain way, but once it happens, people freeze. People do crazy things that don't make any sense,
So that's 2 tiebreakers. Y'all got to stay to the end and see me break the tie. That's 2 real, 2 fake. So we're going to go to a blast from the past to see when politics happen fake.
I am not asking anybody to take a chance on me. I'm asking you to take a chance on your own aspirations.
I'm not just asking you to take a chance on me. I'm also asking you to take a chance on your own aspirations.
We have serious problems to solve, and we need serious people to solve them.
In Australia, we have serious challenges to solve, and we need serious people to solve them.
The world judged the Iraqi regime was a dangerous aggressor. In the interests of world peace and regional security, the community of nations required Iraq to surrender its offensive arsenal.
The world judged the Iraqi regime to be a dangerous aggressor. In the interests of world peace and regional security, the community of nations expelled Iraq from Kuwait, required Iraq to surrender its offensive arsenal.
By taking the tough decisions, tough long-term decisions,
Punch and Judy.
the Punch and Judy politics.
As we stand on the crossroads of history, I know we can make the right choices and meet the challenges that lay before us.
And that as we stand on the crossroads of history, we can make the right choices and meet the challenges that face us.
Why am I the first Kinnick in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university? Why is Gladys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations?
And I started thinking as I was coming over here, why is it that Joe Biden is the first in his family ever to go to a university? Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
All of us are going to be just fine, no matter what happens.
Whatever happens, we're going to be fine.
But what's at stake is whether America is going to be fine.
I just hope that we'll be able to say the same thing about the American people.
He's only interested in 2 things, making Australians afraid of it and telling them who's to blame for it.
He is interested in 2 things, and 2 things only: making you afraid of it and telling you who's to blame for it.
You work hard for what you want in life. We want our children and all children in this nation.
We want our children in this nation.
The only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
So we'll go around. Is politics real or fake? Ken, you were first.
Yes. Like 80% of the presidents that have ever existed are related to each other. They've done mad documentaries on this shit. So yeah, it's fake. It's theater. However, it do be real blood though.
Okay. Slim, real politics, real or fake?
Well, I'm a agree with Ken on this to an extent. 80% of them were related, except for one. And I believe that it is fake, and it is basically a script that they're following for the last 50 plus years. The problem is there is one guy that's not following the script. And I'll leave it at that.
Skeptic, is politics real or fake?
I think politics is real, and I think that the people that write out the speeches for them, a lot of these ghostwriters that they have, right, that write these speeches for them, tend to be the same people. So if you ever hear someone and you hear their speech sound like somebody that was in office prior, more than likely they're going to the same speechwriter. And so that's probably why their writing sounds similar. I also think that because I know like people in these professions, they tend to listen to the same things. They listen to old speeches. So I'm sure that they did take some notes from other speeches that they think were, you know, very impactful, and they use the same verbiage. And so you're seeing that repetitive words come into play. But I don't think that it's like this large conspiracy and like this. No, I think it is real. And we actually see the effect of politics, and these politicians and their laws and their policies affect us, like affect our day-to-day life.
So the last one for our fake and real game is what people say is the biggest fake stage in history. So here's the video.
Realized that one action after the return of the stranded astronauts revealed that the moon landing 50 years ago was staged. The images of rescuing the astronauts at sea are thrilling, but also raise doubts. Viewers noticed that several astronauts, after exiting the capsule, were so weak they couldn't walk and had to be carried on stretchers. But strangely, the astronauts returning from the moon half a century ago didn't appear this way. In the documentary, former President Nixon personally welcomed the Apollo 11 astronauts. The newly landed astronauts responded to him energetically. It seems that the exhaustion and weakness shown by Sunita and Butch were absent in the Apollo 11 astronauts. No wonder viewers would begin to question the moon landing after seeing this. Logically, suddenly returning from a zero-gravity environment to gravity would cause astronauts extreme discomfort, and they would need time to recover. The process of returning to Earth would also severely drain their physical and mental strength. Astronauts are carried off the ground after landing to ensure their safety. Meanwhile, the energetic Apollo 11 astronauts naturally appear strange. In fact, many...
Doc, you missed the last one. Politics fake? Was the moon landing fake?
Nah, politics is reality TV of all these crazy people we let control the country. And yeah, I think the moon landed fake.
Okay. My bad, guys. Where's this video? I'll play this one.
About the moon landing. Here's one thing that strikes me about the moon landing. For one, I've met Buzz Aldrin, and I looked in his eyes, and he didn't look, to me, it didn't look like he had been to the moon. And I'm not saying that, you know, everybody got that special lunar glow in their eye. Everybody's got that galactic twinkle in one of their fucking face balls if they have been to the moon, but he didn't have it for me. You know, sometimes you meet somebody and it looks like, oh yeah, it looks like they've been to Canada, or it looks like they've been to Africa, or they look, you know, exhausted and they smell like popcorn and it looks like they've been to the mall. Well, I looked at Mr. B. Aldrin and I looked at him and I was like, the look in his eyes, it didn't look like he had been to the moon. Now that's just what I'm saying.
Skeptic, is the moon landing fake?
I don't think it is. And I think that because of the way that we have been able to move forward with technology, the way that we have satellites, we know that we have been able to travel a certain distance. And I think the innovation kind of speaks for itself. So I do think that it was real. And I do think that what's currently happening with AI is very much real also. Like if you think about the comparison between traveling to the moon to what's going on with AI right now, it's so out of our reach. It's so out of the understanding, like quantum mechanics and like quantum physics is such a complex thing to understand that we really shouldn't be able to grasp it with like how behind we are, but somehow we are. And I think it's the same thing with the moon landing. It was something very much ahead of its time, but somehow we were able to do that.
So we'll play from Buzz Aldrin himself and what he had to say about it.
You on July 20th, 1969.
I was on the surface of the moon.
Lack of gravity force here.
What kind of proof can you offer us that you were there? What can you say to us?
I'm an honest person, and I tell you I was on the moon. If you choose not to believe me, forget it. The moment that we touched down, there was a moment of a bit of extemporaneous looking at each other, and I patted Neil on the back as if to say, well, we really made it. But then we set about doing the other things that we had to do. Moving on the surface was quite easy. The lower gravity gave the overall impression of a slow motion world.
Maybe 4 easy phases can bring you.
Slim, did we land on the moon?
Oh man, let me piggyback off of Skep real quick, man, because she made a point and it always goes back to my question. So I'm gonna just say no, I don't believe we've been to the moon because of the fact that we've elevated as a country, as a people, with technology. All these years, we have all these great things. We got cars that you don't even need gas for, but we haven't been back. So I'm lost there. We just haven't been back to the moon. So that's a really big problem for me.
Ken, did we land on the moon?
Man, hell no, man. White man don't go any place one time. Never. Never in history of ever. If a white man comes somewhere, he's bringing other. You know what I'm saying? He's coming again and again and again and again, right? And you can't tell me that there's not nothing in that dirt or whatever it is that we can't use. If we've been to the moon, we have samples, right? That shit has been getting direct contact with meteorites. It's all in the soil. We would be mining the moon. That's how we think. Avatar is about us going 5 million light years away to take these people's resources and shit. The moon has been getting hit with comets and meteors for ages, right? There's shit that you would be able to mine that shit. That's not how the white man works. They come there one time, they plant flags there, and they stay there. They don't leave and never come back. Said no white man ever in history.
So that's 4 no's. So we did land on the moon. So this last one is gonna be a little bit different. Kevin Gates came out and talked about what happened to him. So the question is, can women assault men? So here's what Kevin Gates had to say.
Were you a teenager at the time?
Yes, sir.
Were you threatened?
When?
Did he, if you tell anybody that this has happened, or if you tell anybody that this happened, something might happen to you or someone?
He did.
He did?
Yeah, he out of here.
I guess I'll leave that alone.
I mean, that's the truth. I mean, I don't know how he, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't know how?
He out of here.
Like I said, we'll move that along.
Yeah, he'll never do that to anybody again. That's the two things. But then, you know, I might be shit. I don't want to say too much, but I really broke generational curses with that situation because people that came before me, they was raped. And it created the space for me to have with my children to where my children know don't nobody never touch you, that not even me. I had these open conversations with my children. They are equipped. I created a space for them to be able to tell their dad anything.
Be open and honest with you about any situation.
Anything.
Kev, you know what? Let me ask you this. How did you summon up the courage? Because I can assure you, you're not the first young man, boy, that's ever had this happen. But a lot of young boys will suppress it and
I created the space for men to be able to heal. There's so many men that come up to me and hug me and cry in the gym and tell me thank you, because I created a space. And I tell them, you was vulnerable then We have built ourselves into machines to where we can protect the inner child. That's why I made that song, Protect Children. You're not supposed to hurt children.
Your song, molested inside my mom's home. She ain't believe me when I was young. There gonna be a lot of people that's gonna watch this.
After I made that song,
yes,
I ain't know how much trauma that I was holding. I cried for 2 weeks uncontrolled.
I thought it was a girl. Ken, how you feel about what Kevin Gates said?
Oh, that's 100. One of the things that never gets discussed, and it's because of how males do with sexuality, is a lot of our early influences to sex was from girls, older girls. When I was 15, I slept with a 34-year-old woman. When I was 16, I messed with a 28-year-old woman. You know what I mean? Many of my friends, their intro to sex was a older crackhead woman. You know what I'm saying? Having sex with them for a rock. But we kind of, in a weird way, revere sexual contact with older women when we're young, even though it's very perverted. You know what I'm saying? So many men are not verbal with their stories of how they got into sex or why they're hypersexual. I was messing with older girls since I was 11, 12 years old. They was 19, they was 20. This goes on in urban environments all day. It's just that, first of all, little boys are unprotected. And then the older guys that surround, if a young male shares something like that, it's treated as a trophy instead of treating as something wrong. But this is the story of many young males.
Skeptic, Kevin Gates has a big female fan base. Are you a Kevin Gates fan? Are you surprised that this happened to him?
I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I've heard of Kevin Gates and I know a lot of like the drama that's happened with him and videos that have gone viral of him. I do think that this topic is one that isn't talked about, even like in the Latino community. It is very common for men to also be exploited for sex or abused. And I don't think that they see it as abuse. And I think that that's a problem. And then you see it negatively impact their families, or they have unstable families or unstable relationships because it's something that was never dealt with. And I think culturally it is a problem that hasn't been addressed. And I do think that it's more common than we know. So I'm happy that it goes to show that he has been doing work on himself and doing work on the situation as a whole, because in order for you to even open up that topic and be able to be open about it and speak on it shows growth, and the fact that you've dealt the issue head on instead of ignoring it and acting like it didn't happen and not being able to say it was wrong. When you come to the conclusion that something happened and this is not an okay thing, you've done a lot of work to get there.
Slim, do you think this go hurt Kevin Gates' rap career, his street credibility?
No, not at all. If anything, it's gonna boost up the revenue. He's on Shay Shay. He's talking about all that stuff that basically get the clicks. You know what he's doing? I mean, at the end of the day, you have to talk about these things too, because, you know, if you are a young man that was in that situation and you haven't let it out, I think you should, because that can be detrimental mentally, you know, as you move forward in life. So salute to Kevin with that, man. Straight up.
For sure. If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell and know when we go live. Skeptic, I think you lost fake versus real. I think you were on the other side most times, so you can do your closing thoughts first.
Yeah, I tend not to. I'm not fun. I don't believe a lot of the conspiracy theories, and I tend to just kind of go with the easy answer unless there's a lot of factors that kind of contradict it. I'm gonna say there's a lot of things going on currently, the state of this country with immigrants, the children that we're seeing be arrested. There's a 5-year-old close to where I live at that was arrested, and there's a picture of him with a little beanie and his backpack. I think that more than ever, as Americans, it's time for us to stand up and to speak on what is wrong. If you haven't yet, this is the call for action for you to stand up and go and do something about it. Just being at home and listening to politics is not enough. Just saying that you are aggravated at the situation is not enough. It's time for action. It's time for us to put boots on the ground, go outside, and let this government and nation know that we are unhappy with what's currently going on. They demoted one of the guys that worked for either Homeland Security or ICE. I want to say he might have been the director for ICE. And that's what happens when we, the people, stand up and when we say enough is enough. And that is the time for us. Follow us on TikTok, and we will be back on Monday with the Man Cave.
Thank you, Skeptic. Slim, I think you won. You agree with Skeptic twice. You agree with everybody. I think Slim the winner of Fake versus Real. What's your final?
Hey, man, another good show as always. You know, one thing I like about the new party is that, you know, we always have good opinions. We always have differences, but there's never really no smoke. It used to be when we first got popping. Don't get it twisted, man. A lot of people up out of here, but you know, I like the fact that we can have dialogue and not go back and forth on no young-minded shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, Man Cave, man, Monday and motherfucking Wednesday. Let's get it.
For sure. Ken, what's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is everything is theater. You know what I mean? I mean, people have no issue watching reality TV, right? So why not watch it in your politics? It's the same thing. You fake speech writers, fake moon landing, presidents related to each other, backdoor deals. This is nothing but the high school lunch table with nuclear buttons, with nuclear codes. It's the same shit. You know what I mean? It's on television. The only thing that's real is this moment right now. The only thing that's real is your ability and your opportunity to self-mastery. That's the only thing that's real. You know what I mean? And before I land the plane, man, let's give a shout out to the waves. The way the waves is waving tonight. Crazy.
For sure. First off, you're a victim of any type of assault of anyone's doing anything to you, definitely go report that to the authorities. On the Man Cave, we try to discuss things that are involved with men and anybody, and we also try to discuss the politics. With the Erika Kirk thing, I don't know that, and I don't think that's Candace Owens in the video. So I'll just say I don't know. So that's a tie on that one. As far as the moon landing, I feel like we landed on the moon. So I guess, Skeptic, we both lost that one. So thank y'all for watching. Like they said, every Monday and Wednesday with the Man Cave. But with the new party, we do this every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Man Cave. Have a good night.
Before we wrap, I want to take a quick moment to talk about how you can support the new party. We are an independent media platform. No corporate backers, no political handlers, just a collection of voices representing all American viewpoints, especially the stories they don't want you talking about.
I'm disgusted with our government, and it doesn't matter which party you're talking about. I'm disgusted.
We are watching an act of genocide. I don't know how else to put it. There are thousands of people getting killed every day.
This is the first time in history that an American cardinal has ever been elevated to pope. It is legitimately make America great again.
Yeah.
Like, they're fighting for illegal immigrants, not immigrants. Illegal. Like, and they burning the flag and shit.
Like I always say, it was a great episode. I'm happy with the wins that Donald Trump's.
Like you heard Nora Skeptic say, we're going to keep bringing like different types of content and things that we know people want to see. And like we always say on the new party, always vote.
If you believe Americans can still have civil discourse, even in these polarizing times, we need your help to stay independent and keep growing. You can support us by donating to our GoFundMe page, becoming a channel member, sending a super chat, or grabbing merch from the New Party store. Every donation goes directly toward growing the channel promotion and our upcoming documentary. And as a thank you, donors will receive an exclusive copy of the documentary 1 week before it premieres. Who is the New Party? Where you your voice, your stories, your America. We can only do this together. So if you're able, please donate and help us get the message out.